Welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing the brand new movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3.
Brand new.
Brand spanking new.
Can't even talk yet.
Didn't know any words. Knows what a unicorn is. So, do with that what you will. Been listening to the earlier podcast, and man, go watch The Office. I was quoting some Office.
You don't got to tell me.
Listen.
And you know what? We're probably going to do it again.
Oh, you know I'm going to do it again. For sure. Why wouldn't I? It's the best show. I mean, to me at least. But, yeah, man. Check out our old podcast. Check out the new podcast. Check out all the podcasts that we do.
Yes. And the other ones, I guess, if you want, but mostly ours.
Don't check out the other ones. I don't care, because they don't matter to me.
No, they can go to them and realize that we're better, and then come back. Come crawling back.
Facts. Please do. Or walk. Either way.
I guess.
So, either way, we have our slushies today. What kind of slushie you get today?
I got the Old Faithful.
Old Faithful?
Cherry Coke.
Yeah. Cherry Coke.
How about you? What'd you get?
I got blue raspberry and cherry.
Okay, that makes sense. See, I thought for a second you were going to go like blue raspberry lemon because it was there, and that's like a delicious flavor when we make them. But fair enough.
It's not.
What?
When you say we, who do you mean?
What do you mean?
You said when we make them.
Yeah. Blue raspberry lemonade slushies?
Oh, blue raspberry lemonade.
Yeah.
Lemonade and lemon, two different things. Those are two distinctly different things.
I guess that's true. A lemon does not equal lemonade.
Mm-mm. When that old saying, when life gives you lemon, make lemonade, we're missing some key ingredients, and I don't believe you. Sugar is one. Water.
Cups.
Napkins. Ice. Soap to wash your hands, because that's unsanitary.
Next year, I'll be 6.
I'll be 6. $645? Michael's a genius.
When you go into Burlington Coat Factory with $600, they treat you like a king.
I may or may not have already spent $645. 2 things I learned today. My team is great at coming up with decisions.
And when you walk out of Burlington Coat Factory, people will think it's funny to throw buckets of fake blood on you.
If you're wearing a fur coat.
Fur coat. Love it.
Go watch The Office again.
Yes.
It's topical, I think, for the most part. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy, part of the Marvel Universe. We introduced some new characters in this. New character that's supposedly supposed to stick around. We'll see. I'm a little about it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about it. I still don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
The trailer made me feel one way. Then when we watched the movie, I felt a whole different way. Also, spoiler alert. It's a brand new movie.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. Spoiler alert. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't know how I feel about it. There's a couple things I don't know how I feel about it. Okay. So I put them down on my dislikes because I don't know how I feel about it. They can move. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. I'm interested because I want to see what you got to say about it.
Uh-oh.
Well,
okay.
I need another perspective on some things.
I'm always nervous when people want to hear what I think about things.
Really?
No.
No, I'm about to say no.
No, I will tell people what I think about things, and then they have to deal with it. That's their problem at that point.
I love when people ask me what I feel about things.
Yeah.
Gives me a chance to speak. That's great.
There's a newer guy at work who we ask each other just random shit. Like, what do you think about that? You ever seen this? How do you think about that? And shift flies by
Fair.
for like an hour and a half, and then we run out of things to say.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't have that because I don't like talking to people at my job.
Fair.
Yeah.
Get your finger ready for that B button.
Yeah.
Where do you work at? I'm just kidding.
Did you like it though? Did you hear it?
I fucking lost it.
It was
I
great.
was doing something at work, and I knew I was setting it up. I was like, "Hey, come on in here," and beep. And I was like, "This is great."
Yes, I figured it out.
Man, I was like, Jerry. May you rest in peace.
Safe. Yep, he did.
He's got angels fighting on a stage now.
Listen, did you see the meme that they put out about him? It's like, Mary, who's the father?
Yes.
Joseph, come on out.
Yes. Boo. Boo. Yeah, I was like, boo. Here come the boo. Nah, you don't know me.
I'm just a carpenter. What do you want me
You don't know me.
Just a carpenter.
Hey, fuck you.
He followed in my footsteps.
Fuck you.
Literally.
Fuck you. You go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
One step at a time. Literally. Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, these people. Either way.
Steve dies. They'll have the gang back together.
Wilco's?
Yeah.
Man, what if? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
No, I'm kidding. I don't want to wish.
I mean, he's
death
pretty
upon
young.
Anybody. I don't wish that upon anybody.
No, fair. Well, some people.
Well,
your boy Big Orange was on TV.
no,
yesterday.
not my boy.
Well-
Wait, who's Big Orange?
You know.
Like
Like
an actual orange?
Nah. He
Why you
looks
say-
like an
you
orange.
say no, I like.
You knew what
I like
about.
oranges. I don't like him.
No, facts.
No, let's just get out right here and say it. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
This is not a stance that I'm afraid to take.
Yeah, fair.
Fuck that guy.
No, 100%.
I hope he goes to jail.
Did you see what happened?
No. I don't even know what happened to him. Fuck him.
No,
though.
good.
Fuck him
No,
for it.
fair. And also, the other boy, you know.
This is gonna be another bad thing.
Yeah,
Who?
Yeah, Elon.
Fuck that guy
Yeah,
too.
no, fair.
Fuck them both.
100%.
No, these are not my boys.
No, for sure not. For sure they're not.
Neither of these boys are mine. I don't claim either of these children.
No.
I have no boys. I have no children.
That's fair.
I have a
fair.
cat. He is orange.
Is he a tabby cat? That's the only cat I know.
Yes.
I don't know what that
I don't know.
means.
He's
What is
orange
tabby?
and stripy.
I saw this thing when I was at work redacted, that was like a thing that stuck to the window for a cat to
Like a
sit
hammock
on.
type thing?
It might have been a
Yeah.
hammock, but it was just like whatever, and then they can stick on it so they can lay in the sun. I was like, I wonder if Chris has a thing like that for him. For
No.
him, her,
He doesn't need
him.
it. He doesn't need it.
What's his name?
Frankie. We have a tower that he sits in front of the window.
Oh, okay.
And also, I don't know. I've seen those things.
Yeah.
And I'd always be worried. I know he'd be fine, but I'd be worried like if it just fell off.
They land on his feet.
Because I've definitely seen videos of them just falling off.
He also has 9 lives.
I've seen the videos where people stick those on their fucking window and the cat gets on it and the fucking window falls out of the frame.
That's hilarious to me.
The thing's still stuck to it. But the window just falls out of the fucking frame.
That sounds like a management
Yeah,
problem.
but I mean, like, that's a good hammock, but, you know, that's a window problem. It's not a hammock problem, but either way, I don't want that
It's
to
like
happen.
5 stars for the hammock.
Yeah, hammock, 5 stars.
Can I
Windows.
judge the window?
Yes, I can. I can judge anything.
How many stars do I give the property the management property?
Less.
Less. A lot less. Bring out Joseph. No. Anyway, let's get to this movie.
Yeah, we already I already saw God have a tag team match on live television.
Hilarious.
So he could do it.
I don't know why, but I be getting a lot of wrestling things on both my timelines, Facebook and Twitter, and I be sharing them. I don't know if you be seeing them.
Well, that's why you get them.
Well, yeah, I share them so you can see them because they're so great.
I do see them. I see when you share things. I don't see when you fucking tag me in things.
Yeah, it's weird.
Figure that out.
No, I don't know.
Twitter.
I don't know.
And the jackass that runs it.
That's fair. Do
My
you see
boy.
it when Jake does it?
No.
Jake tags you? Oh, okay.
No, I don't see it
No
when-
wonder why you didn't
I don't
answer.
see it when you
Okay.
tag me in. I don't see it when Jake. That's why I didn't respond to that thing until like 3 days later.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
I got there. I saw
thought
it.
you were ignoring
I,
us.
no, I saw it at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
the night before, and I was like, well, I'm going to respond to this now.
No, that's fair. I mean, we're having a good spirited debate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying who's right.
I already made my point. I know. My point's made. Team Steve on this side.
That's fair. I mean, again, I'm not saying the Accords are great. They were terrible.
Yeah.
I think those were stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody liked them besides Tony.
Fair.
But Tony was only doing that because all of his ideas were trash. Like, Ultron, trash.
Yeah, I say Tony's last big idea almost killed everyone on Earth. So
he killed a lot of people. So
it killed like a whole fucking small nation.
Which led to that.
Mm-hmm.
Zemo. Like, so again, because my point was, I was like, if you think about Infinity War, nobody stuck around for the Accord except for the Soldier, Rhodes, and Tony. Everybody else, like, that was on Tony's team, they were AWOL. Scarlet Witch and Vision were like, we're out of here, because they didn't care about the Accords.
Yeah.
Who else was on his team? Spider-Man didn't care about the Accords. He didn't. It was
Interestingly enough,
what?
That he didn't have any.
No, he just wanted to. He just liked Tony.
Yeah,
which is fair.
Which is interesting, yeah.
And then who else was on his team?
Black Panther. He didn't even live there.
He didn't give a shit about the Accords either. He just wanted to kill Bucky.
I don't even think he wanted to kill him though.
No, he wanted to kill Bucky.
Because when he found out Zemo blew up his dad, he kept him from killing himself.
He wanted to kill Zemo. Remember at the end, he had his claws out,
and he didn't, because Zemo was going to kill himself. He's like, "We're not done with you."
Well, yeah, because what happened was he had his claws out, and he was like, then Zemo explained himself, and then he explained about his family dying and blah blah, and then he was like, "Vengeance has consumed them. I won't let it consume me."
Yep.
And then he is like, "Cool," and then he's about to shoot himself,
and
he's
like, "Nah, son."
So I think he kind of like had a change of heart because he was about to kill that boy, and he was about to kill Bucky.
I mean, he definitely would have.
Black Panther was ready
to. Like, if it came down to it, he would have killed him. Like, if Zemo was like, "Nah," and pointed at him instead, he would have fucked him up.
I don't think, like I'm saying, when Zemo was up there listening to that voicemail, he was walking up to kill him at that moment.
Oh, he definitely had his claws out. I remember that part.
Yeah, but then he had a change of heart when Zemo was talking about the vengeance part of it,
which is important to consider.
No, fair, 100%. I agree. I don't know what that means for my argument.
Exactly.
What does that mean? You gotta explain that to me because I don't get it.
You said it. It's in the quote. Vengeance has consumed them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it consume me. Tony let it consume.
He killed his mom.
Tony let it consume him.
Chris, if somebody
and his piece of shit dad, but he didn't get to see him in a movie. He didn't get to see her in a movie.
Piece of shit. How? Just neglectful?
No, I don't. I mean that jokingly.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
all right,
I think he did
like
think he was a
beat.
Because I do think he did think he was like a shit dad.
Yeah.
Until Endgame when he got to meet him.
They
realized how nervous he was about the whole thing.
They were both. Tony's an asshole.
Yes. 100%.
His dad's an asshole.
Yes.
They're two of a kind.
Learned behavior.
Exactly. So two assholes going at each other. They're both super sarcastic. Tony's a dick. So you're like, oh, he's an asshole. He didn't really like me. No, because he sees himself in you. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like himself. So ipso facto, he don't like you. Like, it's a whole thing. But anyway.
If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else?
100%. But I don't care if you brainwash. I don't care if it's just business. You killed my mom. That's a big deal.
I'm not saying it's not.
Kind of. You're like, well, you got to see it from Bucky's point of view. Fuck Bucky's point of view.
No, Bucky was brainwashed. I'm seeing it from Steve's point of view.
Because
it's Team Steve and Team Tony, not Team Bucky.
No.
I'm not on Team Bucky. I'm on Team Steve.
Fine.
Team Bucky is also on Team Steve.
Let's think about Team Steve.
But I'm on Team Steve's side.
If I was Tony, and I'm like, oh shit, Bucky killed my mom.
Yeah.
And Steve comes up. Yeah, I knew that. You knew?
Yeah.
If you knew that one of your friends killed my mom, you got to go too. Sorry. You can't be knowing.
Oh no, I would definitely say it, but he didn't.
Say what?
I would definitely tell you.
Oh yeah, for sure. You would.
Yeah.
Steve didn't.
Sorry.
He got to go.
He can try.
The list, I hear you.
He can try.
He almost did.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that's the reason why I was on Tony's side, because I'm like, oh, you didn't tell me. You got to go too. Everybody who was involved or everybody who knew and didn't tell me, you got to go. You got to get this fight. And
it was gotten.
And he took the shield.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Tony won. All I'm saying is Tony. The mom part of it is inarguable to me.
I don't think either of them were 100% wrong or 100% right. I think they had things on each side that they were.
Are we including the
against.
Accords?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I think they had something on both sides. And even without the Accords, I think Steve was there.
To the troops.
For, yes, both sides. I think that, what I said on Twitter, that Steve saw someone trying to kill his family at that point. And he's like, I can't allow it. In this office, I cannot allow it.
I understand. I see you trying to kill my family. Yes, my family killed your family, but that's not what we're talking about. Seems kind of hypocritical.
It wasn't. If I can draw a distinction between Bucky and the Winter Soldier killed him, not Bucky.
That don't matter to me.
To you.
It wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter to Tony.
There you go.
That's why I'm agreeing
you're on
with
the same
yes,
side.
Because
Yeah.
everybody would, Christian, you would be on that side if it was the other way around. If the shoes,
If that kind of shit existed and it happened regularly, who's to say where I'd stand? But in this side of the fence, where that's a movie,
who do you like?
I'm on Team Steve.
If somebody mind controlled and killed Steve
Rogers,
and he was your friend, you'd be pissed. But if they were unmind controlled and be like, hey, Bucky could have just said sorry. He didn't even do that. You gotta go, man. I'm gonna try to kill you.
Bucky wasn't right in that. I'm not saying he was in a good space either, because he definitely wasn't.
I know. I'm just saying, it's just the mind control thing. All right, we got it. Cool. Like Barton was mind controlled, but he didn't kill anybody on the team. So Natasha was like, "Hey, don't worry about it." He's like, "But all those people I killed, hey, don't worry about it. You good." He was remorseful. Bucky was like, "Oh, I gotta fight." Be remorseful. He was only remorseful in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that's when I like.
Yeah, but who was trying to kill Clint at the end of the Avengers movie?
Scarlet Witch. Oh, Avengers.
Yeah, nobody. Except for the clear bad guys.
No. I no, 100%.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that those people, family, if they could, they definitely would. They would be like, he'd be like, "Hey, I was mind control. I don't care." That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Is that excuse is a great excuse for you. Doesn't work for me because you killed my mom.
I mean, doesn't work for Tony either then, because his unfortunate actions led to that whole fucking country getting fucked up.
Who, Tony?
Yeah.
Ultron?
Yeah.
I'm not. Listen,
And other people.
My only argument is just the mom part.
Okay. How many moms do you think lived in that country? A lot.
Which country?
What was the name of it?
Sokovia?
Yes. That one.
Oh, I don't live there.
Exactly. I don't live in the MCU either.
But the Tony, well, that was his mom.
Well, yeah, it literally was.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
But also, if there were people from Sokovia. Here's the thing. I don't believe Zemo was wrong. So that's another part of it. Like, I'm not saying Zemo was wrong.
Yeah.
Because, again,
everyone had some points.
You killed my family. You gotta go. Zemo was right. And him trying to kill all the super soldiers, including Steve, I agree with that. You gotta get those motherfuckers out. I'm just saying. And even in Falcon and Winter Soldier, when he was trying to kill Carly.
Wait, was he trying to kill them, or was he trying to wake them up to use them at the end of Civil War?
He killed them. He shot them in the head, remember? They were all dead in the chamber when they all got there. Because remember, they were like cryo-freos, and they all had bullets in their head. Because he killed them. He didn't want the super soldiers to live. He wanted Bucky to die. Which Tony was trying to do. I agree with Zemo, too. Listen, man, you can't be killing families like that, bro. You gotta go.
A lot of people got families.
Let's get back to Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. It's like Ego. You killed my mom. You gotta go. You gotta die. I don't care if it's for the greater good, because the greater good.
No, there was no greater good there.
Well, it was.
That was just him being a dick.
I agree. Same with Bucky.
Him spreading his whatever across the galaxy,
Right.
was
But he was being controlled by Nazis.
unshown how to even happen.
No, I feel that. But I'm saying he was even controlled by Nazis. If
Yeah.
anything.
But he wasn't a Nazi.
Self-sacrifice. Well, he said Hell Hydra.
Bucky did?
Yeah.
I don't remember him speaking when he was controlled. Or no, he did. I just remember him saying, like... Did he speak when he was controlled? In not Civil War.
Yeah, a couple times he said Hell Hydra in the Winter Soldier like once, but he said it. But he spoke. He also spoke to Cap a couple times because he was like, "I don't know you," blah. But he spoke. He spoke a lot. He actually had a couple lines, especially at the end of Winter Soldier. But yeah, we should do that trilogy. Either way, let's get back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm down. I mean... Just gonna start an argument, but I'm down.
No. There's no argument to be had. That's the thing. We shouldn't choose sides, Chris. Let's just...
But we have.
All right, let's just... I don't want to say agree to disagree because it makes it sound like I lost and I didn't lose. So let's... get back to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Table it.
Let's high chair it. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. What are we doing first? Cast?
Yes.
That's on me, right?
That's you.
First up. Tony was right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, he doesn't appear in this movie, so...
Oh, he's dead.
Tony is also dead.
That's right.
He's with his mom. All the dead moms in the
And
world couldn't stop him
Steve's
from
dead
catching that
too.
beating.
Steve is dead. He's dead in MCU.
Is he?
I don't know. I heard a rumor saying he might come back.
I don't know.
I heard he might come back in like a flashback or something. I've heard a lot of things.
I mean, a flashback for either of them showing up again would be the...
I
won't say only way that it would make sense, because, you know, the multiverse exists and all that shit. Because everyone was 100% that fucking
Tom Cruise.
old Middletooth was going to be...
Yeah.
Thomas Middletooth was going to be Tony in Multiverse of Madness. And that didn't happen.
That sounds like the guy from Family Guy. Is that what you're thinking?
It like something bottom tooth. It was like,
With that big ass jaw.
Yeah.
Okay. The first up, we have the High Evolutionary. He's played by Chuck Woody, Iwuji. Next up, we have Bradley Cooper as the voice of Rocket. Palm Clementif. I never knew how to pronounce her name. As Mantis. Dave Bautista, second best wrestler turned actor, as Drax. We have Rock as the first.
I was going to say, who's third then? Cena?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, obviously. Have you seen him?
In a movie? No.
I haven't either, but I'm going to say Stone Cold. Let's see. Fourth, Captain Insano. Fifth,
Oh, he was in Jingle All the Way.
he was also in Waterboy.
Yeah, but he was also in Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, definitely.
And what was that fucking movie? Was it Adam Sandler? Where he was like, and all the wrestlers were like playing football or some shit.
Oh yeah, Gridiron Gang.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, it was a remake. Because they made one back in they made one. It was originally made in the 70s with Burt Reynolds. He played. I think he was the Adam Sandler role, and then it was a whole bunch of football players. It was like Jim Brown and shit like that was in it or whatever. And then they did. There was a lot of football players in it too, but there were some wrestlers. And I think Stone Cold was in that one.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was in it. I think like Mark Henry was in it.
I don't remember. He might have been, but I don't remember.
I didn't see it, so I think I remember like Chris Jericho being in it. I could be wrong.
I don't know about that either. I don't know. But there were some people in it though. There were a lot of football players in it. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a Nazi in it.
Oh,
he was a white supremacist for sure. I was like, man, I could see it. Even though he's super cool, I could see it. He can play the part.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was jail. Yeah, I get it. Because that's what the premise is that they're in jail and then they have to play other jails.
Yeah.
Football team. And
does whoever win get out?
No. The warden has money on it or something. Like the wardens of the jail. It's like a Hunger Games situation. Chris Rock is in it. He ends up dying because they end up blowing up his cell because they're trying to cheat to win. So they blow up his cell because he's like the strategist of the football game or something. I forget what
they fucking blow him up.
Yeah. They put a bomb in his fucking cell. I don't know if he dies. I think somebody else ends up dying because either they try to put a bomb in Adam Sandler's cell and Chris Rock end up being in there, or they meant to do Chris Rock and somebody else was in there. So it was something like that, but they didn't kill the person they were trying to kill, and I think Chris Rock died, which motivated Adam Sandler to win the last game. You know how it goes. But yeah, Adam Sandler was the all-star quarterback of an NFL team in the movie, and he got arrested for like DUI or something like that, and like reckless driving. He was driving like his Ferrari or whatever Porsche, like 1,000 miles an hour, and like leveled a building or something, so he had to go to jail. It was a whole thing.
The whole building?
I don't know, man. That's exaggeration, but whatever it was, he had to go to jail for a couple months. So I'm like, a DUI for a couple months? I'm like, come on now. With that kind of money you're making, I don't believe you.
You can get one of those public defender attorneys.
Same. Next up, we have Karen Gillan as Nebula. Vin Diesel as the voice of Groot. I don't know any of these people. We have Sean Gunn as Kraglin / Young Rocket. I'm assuming the voice of Young Rocket. Chris Pratt. Oh, he's way down here. Chris Pratt as Peter Quill and Star-Lord. Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. Nico Santos as Recorder Theo. He was in a show called Superstore, which Chris, you gotta watch that show. It's fucking hilarious. And I thought I was gonna see her somewhere else. Linda Cardinelli, Miss Mayonnaise on a Hot Dog, was the voice of Lila. Yeah. I saw her name in the credits, and I saw
the name. I was like, that's familiar to me.
I was like, okay, how are they going to bring her into this? And I was like, I'm excited. And it didn't happen, and I didn't see her. And I was like, I didn't see Hawkeye. I didn't see fucking Kid Bishop. I didn't see anybody. And I was like, you know, that's my favorite part. I would watch Hawkeye. I was like, oh, anytime. Judy Greer is the voice of War Pig. That's awesome.
That name sounds familiar also.
Yeah, Judy Greer is the mom of, what's Ant-Man's daughter's name?
Oh, it's Kitty.
Who?
It's Kitty.
Oh, is that Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't think of.
It's Kitty.
Okay, isn't she also the mom of Ant-Man's daughter? Isn't that Judy Greer too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's in the first, at least the first Jurassic World movie. She's the kid's mom.
Yes, 100%.
Say goodbye to these.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
Why are they crossed? Okay.
Triumph on.
Sylvester Stallone as Stakar Ogord. We also have Tara Strong, does the voice of Mainframe. I know she's been in a whole bunch of movies we've done.
Yeah, she's Miss Minutes.
Yes, that's who it is. Okay. They just recycled everybody in this bitch, huh?
Well.
Let's see. Oh, Zoe Saldana as Gamora. I knew we were missing somebody. Nathan Fillion as Master Kajara. We also have... There's literally somebody named Gamora shoots this guy. That's hilarious. Ah! There's also Carrie Head Guard. That's hilarious.
Carrie's friend.
Carrie's friend. That's funny. That might be it. I'm looking for one other person. Okay, the broker. Okay, he Christopher Fairbank is the broker.
Yeah, he was in the first one.
Yep, he was in the first one. Michael Rooker had a whatever as Yondu. Mm-hmm. James Gunn was in it. Oh, Pete Davidson was in it.
Was he?
As Fleetic.
Don't know who that was.
Yeah. Karen Abercrombie as Grandma Quill. And Greg Henry as Grandpa Quill. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking for the other two voices. Seth Green as Howard the Duck.
There it is.
Where's the other guy? Who else am I thinking about?
I'm looking for Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmo. Who did that voice?
Oh, there it is. I had to search it. Maria Bakalova.
Okay, I saw that name. I guess I don't know who that is.
Oh, shit. She played Borat's daughter in the second movie. That's funny.
Whose daughter?
Borat. In the second Borat movie.
I've never seen
that. Was fucked up, but it was funny.
What other voice am I thinking of? Maybe not. No, I'm thinking of Howard the Duck. Okay, that was it. Okay, well, that was a cast. Mm-hmm. Plot?
All right.
Young Chris.
Here it comes.
So she said.
Hey-o. All right. Guardians 3. This is basically Rocket's movie.
Yeah.
Which, that was something that I had heard ahead of time, was that it was going to be a lot about him.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So, at the beginning of the movie, everyone's living in nowhere. You know, post-Christmas.
Hilarious.
Kevin Bacon's nowhere to be seen. It was after Christmas has passed, I'm assuming. Everyone's chilling in nowhere, listening to Creep by Radiohead. And suddenly, a golden man flies out of the fucking sky and just fucks everyone's shit up and leaves. And we learn that the man who created Rocket sent him to get Rocket back. And throughout a series of flashbacks throughout the movie, that puts Rocket in like fucking critical condition for like most of this movie. We learn through a series of flashbacks on Rocket's fucking deathbed, how he was made the way that he is. And it's because of this person called the High Evolutionary, whose deal is that he doesn't want to rule the universe, he wants to perfect it, is what he says. And he does that by sciencing and just doing fucked up things to animals and people, I guess, humanoids or whatever you call them in space. So they discover by trying to treat Rocket, he has some kind of like fail-safe device on his heart that if they try to use much more than like the basic medical technology on him, it'll just kill him. So they have to go find the code for the fail-safe device so they can save him. And that's most of the movie is them going to get that. And then they get that, spoiler alert, they get it. And then they deal with the High Evolutionary after that. So that's the quick and dirty on the plot. There's a lot going on in this movie.
Agreed.
And we will get to it. So I think I'm going to call that the plot, and we're just going to get into some likes. More than 3, I'm assuming. A piece.
And I'm waiting to get to the episode where we started doing. I think it was you who brought it up. Like, let's just tag team it, which was a great idea. Because the way we were doing it was terrible.
I'm about due for another one of those, and I tell you, I don't got any. I don't see one in the near future. So I don't know.
Well, when you're reading them off one by one, it just goes by really quick.
I'm full of great ideas. I think I proved that with
Island.
I think I proved that with Fuck Mountain.
Fuck Mountain. What about the teases? We don't let them in.
Don't let them in. Check your lease, buddy, because you're living in Fuck City.
Fuck City.
They need to get him in some of these fucking movies. They really do.
Yeah, I think you said that before.
And I'll say it again. I'm gonna get
Hold
Will
up.
Arnett in some of these fucking movies.
Hold up. I think I accidentally.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did you just delete all your notes?
You know, I be doing it every time.
Oh, no.
I accidentally archived it.
Can you get it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just archived. It's fine. It happens all the time. Okay. Who's going first?
Me go first.
Oh, okay.
You,
You,
me,
me,
you,
you.
you. Love it.
Office.
I'll
go.
Okay.
Cosmo.
Nice.
I wrote Cosmo. It talked. I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be a little cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Actually had a big part in the movie.
Yeah.
I like Cosmo. Like Cosmo is a good character to me. And I didn't know anything about Cosmo. Did I know it was telekinetic? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if it's a she or him, so I'm just say it. Also kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmo was a like for me.
Agreed. I wrote Cosmo was a good dog because I knew it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. As soon as he said bad dog, I was like, I wrote Cosmo was a good dog because I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen like that. Well, let's get into it. I was worried that Cosmo and Craig were just going to get left behind and like they weren't going to show up again after they left. And I'm glad that they showed up again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cosmo, I was like, Craiglin, you can't do that. I can do that. With the little arrow things. Look, I can do that with the fucking rock. The telekinetic picks up the rock. Ding, 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 ding. That's cheating. I could do that with my finger. That's what she said. But yeah, so then they
also
left.
Cheating.
And they like flash. They flash back to them like playing like space poker.
Yeah.
And Cosmo's like, Russia sends me into space. Full sabak. Russia sends me into space, knowing I never come back. And just fucking gets superpowers, gets telekinetic abilities. Hilarious. Ends up playing space cards with a duck and some aliens and shit. Hilarious. And then another like, well, I'll get to it again. But when they get brought into everything at the end of the movie, the fucking bird, I don't know if that thing had a name. The bird mutant thing was coming at Craiglin. And Cosmo was just like, no.
Yeah.
And like fucking
it's like a dog.
Made a he's like, dog? And Cosmo was like, yet. And make a fucking sandwich.
Yet.
I'm like, get Bishop. I made a fucking sandwich out of that bird. Killed it dead. Like, as deader than any dead cat will ever be.
Listen.
As dead as any Mama Stark will ever be. And
fuck out of here.
And then when they were touching the ships together, like Cosmo was stabilizing it for everybody.
Yeah.
And Mantis was like, you are very strong.
Yeah.
And I was like,
fucking
Cosmo like hulked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
It was a good time. I like Cosmo. Cosmo was a good dog.
I like Cosmo. They were in the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out like last year or the year before, and I played it. And they had a seemingly small part, and then they showed up again later, and I was like, I like Cosmo. I think I like Cosmo. And obviously they were in like, was it the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie? Post-credit scene? Was it the first one? Where they in the like the collector's room?
Yeah, I think so.
And they just like lick somebody and run off? Because I think Howard the Duck was like the post-credit scene. Or were they both in it?
I think they both were in it. I thought they were in the box, though. I thought they were in a box.
Cosmo?
Yeah.
You might be right. I know they were in it.
Howard the Duck was in a box.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, he was
in a
like just
box.
sitting there with a fucking
Yeah.
space martini.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Cosmo was great. And they're in the new Guardians. At the end of the movie.
Cool.
Cosmo.
I didn't know who the new Guardians was going to be.
Same.
Okay. I thought you meant you knew, but okay, got you.
No, like they were in it, and I didn't. For one, I didn't assume there was going to be a new Guardians of the Galaxy team, because all I'd been led to think about this movie was anyone could die. Anyone can get it.
I thought anyone would die.
Honestly.
Not anyone could die, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I thought someone was going to die.
Same. Several times.
And no one died.
Same.
So. But that was my like. Your life.
Agreed. Well, the first thing I wrote down was I wrote Guardians of the Galaxy intro.
Yeah, I didn't write that down because...
I liked it. Because it, for one, really made you feel like, hey, this is probably the last Guardians movie.
It made me feel like
Possibly.
somebody was going to die.
Yeah,
and it didn't live up to it.
And it made me realize, like, oh yeah, this is only the third Guardians movie, but this is like their fifth fucking movie appearance. So like, yeah, there's a lot of them, I guess, to use for an intro. They can get their own intro. Why not?
When you say fifth, are you counting Thor too?
Yes. Because I know it wasn't their movie, but they were in it.
Yeah, so are you counting Infinity War and Endgame?
Yes.
So 6.
Like including this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just meant like for the intro. I'm guessing they didn't use anything from this movie in the intro.
Oh,
But I meant like to pull from, like
I
to
see
use
what
the
you're
intro
saying.
part. They
I
had
see what
5
you're
other appearances. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah,
Okay.
that was my first one that I wrote down. I liked it.
Cool.
I like when they're given. I like when they do like just the universe one of like everybody, but I also like when they're giving them the more personal ones where it's just their movies. I liked it.
My next like
Yes.
Drac is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Drac is so fucking funny to me. I like Dave Bautista.
Same. I like him more as I know I've said this before on the podcast, on the record. I think I like him more as an actor than I ever did as a wrestler.
Yeah, he seemed stuffy as a wrestler.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him wrestle. Ever, not once.
Yeah.
But he seemed like a douchebag.
He's a big dude, so they like that.
I mean, who doesn't?
But like I don't know, I just in WWE, FE, whichever, I never thought he had showed that much personality.
All right.
So then when I saw him being in movies, like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. I think as Drax, it kind of brought it out of him.
Fair. Yeah, like in these, in fucking Glass Onion, those, like, he was a piece of shit in that movie, but it was hilarious.
He was great.
And that made me want to see more of his movies, and I haven't yet. I haven't watched Knock at the Cabin. I haven't watched that one with him and Kumail Nanjiani. I haven't watched that yet. I plan to at some point in my life, but I plan to do a lot of things in my
Cab
life.
driver one.
Yeah. There's another one where he's like a spy and there's a kid involved. I don't need to see that shit, but he's probably fine.
Hilarious.
But yeah, agreed.
Drax was so funny in this one. He's hilarious. That's it.
Yeah, agree. He's funny in all the ones, but yeah, in this one when he was eating the Zarg nuts and man, just like, well, why wouldn't I? Thanks for offering me one. They're all gone.
They're all gone.
Eats another one. I knew it was fucking coming too. Yeah,
I was like,
hilarious.
this is great. He's so funny.
Hilarious.
And then he's like, he speaks those kids' languages.
Hey, you dumb idiots.
Hey, you moron. Hey, you little moron.
Hey, idiot. Are you calling me an idiot?
It's me, Dwight.
Hilarious.
I don't have any land. Your next one.
I'm gonna do a little bit more on Drax.
Oh,
before
I'm
our
sorry.
next one.
No, go ahead.
Because I didn't write him, but yes, he's also like
Sure,
he
sure.
actually got to beat some ass in this movie.
Yes.
Which in the first one he didn't do much outside of the prison. He had like a big gun on his chest at the end.
He's getting his ass whooped a lot.
In the second one, he got thrown in both of them. He got thrown around a lot. In Infinity War, he got thrown around a lot.
In the first one, Ronan kicked his ass.
Yes.
He didn't get to do anything.
No. Except for like some goons here and there. He like pulled the dude's computer head out. second one, he didn't do much of anything.
Yeah.
Except be hilarious, which he was.
He was funny.
But, yeah, and then in Infinity War, he...
Thanos. Yeah.
Not a fight. He got turned into like a fucking, what?
Accordion.
Cube? The
Something
cube
like
things.
Yeah.
And then in the fight against Thanos, like he grabbed his ankle while everyone else was holding him. And in Endgame, he didn't do nothing, but there was so much other stuff going on that he didn't really get a lot to do. In this one, he got to kick a lot of ass, and I enjoyed it.
I agree. Yeah. I thought he was dead, though.
And I thought he was going to die when fucking Nathan Fillion shot him in the back, and it went all slow-mo-y, and the music got weird. It's like, this guy's going to fucking die in a fountain.
I thought he was dead with Adam Warlock at the very beginning. I was like, damn.
I thought a few people were dead at the beginning with Adam Warlock.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
But they didn't. They weren't. I thought they were dead.
Very true.
They didn't. So.
They did not.
Okay. You again or me?
You.
Okay. Where is it? So I didn't write a lot for this movie because I was just watching it at certain points, or most of it. So
I know you hadn't seen it before.
It's way down the list, or way down like movie happenings. Yondu cameo.
Yondu cameo. I saw you writing it. I was like, well, I don't need to write it.
Yeah. I liked it. Quick and easy. Kind of helped finish Kraglin's little story arc thing that he started at the end of Guardians 2. Continued to the Christmas special.
Fair.
And then learn how to use the arrow in this one.
Yep.
By using his heart, boy.
Use your heart, boy. Yeah, it was a good thing.
Fucked all those people up.
You did.
And then Cosmo saved him from the bird.
No, listen.
Which was great.
Because he missed like a motherfucker.
Because I thought he was going to get it. Like when the arrow went into the thing and he started whistling again and it started like vibrating, I thought like it was going to make the building fall on the bird or some shit.
Well, at that point, I was like, okay. This is what I really thought. I was like, came into this movie thinking one of the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to die. Mm-hmm. At that point, when the arrow didn't come out, I was like, Kraglin is one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I was like, okay. I was like, dang, that'd be kind of... I was like, I like Kraglin. I didn't know his name until we did the thing. But I was like, okay, cool. He might die. And then Cosmo came out. I was like, who's fucking dying in this goddamn movie?
Nobody.
Then Chris Pratt at the end, I was like, okay. I was like, pretty anticlimactic, but he died. And then fucking Adam, I was like, God, if somebody doesn't die, I'm going to kill somebody.
Well, then. I hate to put you on the spot here, Keith, but...
hey, the day is not over.
The day is not over, and I'm going to get going. Seeing as I'm the only other person in the room right now.
I'm not brainwashed, goddammit.
I'm going to take my cue to... I'm just going to head out.
Facts.
Yes.
Mantis is also hilarious.
Yes.
She was cracking me the fuck up. Also, I like her arc. I like from Guardians 2 to the Infinity War to the Christmas special. Like, she went from subdued to like kind of an idiot, really, but like powerful, to like in the Christmas show special. If you watched it or not, she kind of showed that she wasn't. She was with the shit. She knew what she was doing. She could fight. She could. She was like, "Hey, I'm here too. I don't just read minds. I be kicking, take ass, kick names. You know what I mean?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." So in this one, she was doing the same thing, kicking ass. I love it. Not as much. She didn't really get a lot to do, but she did a lot as far as like. She was kind of like the. I don't want to say the glue of the team, but kind of the glue of the team, though. She was kind of like the soul of the team because she kind of kept them all together.
She got Nebula's face when it needed to be done.
Yeah. And don't nobody be standing up to Nebula.
No.
So she was like, hey, you're just a cold-ass robot. Calm the fuck down. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah.
And she gave Drax a good metaphor to use for Peter.
Yup. And Peter was like, I know that came from you, my sister. I'm like, okay, cool.
And it made sense.
And I was like, okay, she's the soul behind everything. And then at the end, she was like, I'm going to leave too. I need to do my own. Jack said, I'm coming with you. No, I don't need your protection. She said, no, you do. He's like, you don't get it. I need to do my own thing. And then it was funny because then she leaves with those monsters.
Yeah, also, the things that he had, the things that he couldn't touch in the second movie,
Same.
and still wouldn't be able to do shit against.
Still can't.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't need you, and she didn't.
She didn't.
Had 3 things worse than him with.
She was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I was like, of course she doesn't need protection. She got the ultimate protection. There is something later that it's not a dislike, but I didn't understand, so remind me because I didn't write it down. But
About Mantis?
No, about the monsters.
Okay.
But anyway, so I was just, she kind of, her arc was kind of good, and I really liked it, and she really grew on me. And she's funny.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Since they added her in the second movie, I thought she was like just a really good addition to the team.
100%.
I mean, everyone in this, pretty much everyone in the fucking Guardians team was pretty funny at one point or another.
Agreed.
So, except Groot.
To be fair,
Actually, no, Groot's kind of funny sometimes too.
Groot's kind of hilarious.
Groot's kind of funny. He doesn't have the best lines,
Yeah.
but he does some funny shit too. So yeah, like everybody's pretty funny. And
Who's the least funny?
least funny?
I got a doozy.
Rocket. To me.
Star-Lord. I don't think he's that funny sometimes.
It's for me like least. I don't know who I would think is the most funny, but least funny. It's probably like Rocket, Star-Lord, and Gamora because like she's not especially funny.
She's funny as a straight man though.
Yeah, which is important in comedy.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Listen to our Deadpool
yeah,
because we talk about it.
yeah. You need one.
You definitely need one.
We can't all be the funny one.
We can't because some people named after an animal, weasel, aren't that funny.
Yeah, you know what they say? Drama is hard, and sometimes comedy is not in our wheelhouse. So,
Whoever says that, I agree. So, I don't know.
it's from Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay.
After I just watched it, it's the episode where the Pawnee son steals Leslie's speech at the the media correspondence dinner, and she had all these jokes in there, and she goes up there's like, well, they're giving me the light, that's my time. And it's like, well, sometimes drama's hard and comedy is not everyone else. and I love it because that's just a nice little dig in there.
Fair.
I love it.
So I don't know. He's not. It's not that he's not funny.
Right.
He's just, since he's supposed to be funny,
Yeah.
he's not the most funny though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, since you're supposed to be funny, I expect more from you. Rocket can be funny because he's just a dick,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, okay, that's funny. He makes me laugh because he's a dick. Star-Lord, it's almost like he's trying too hard almost.
Yes. And that's how I feel about Rocket also. Like, I feel like there's times that they're having him try too hard.
I agree.
Nebula is the important, like Gamora, like
Another
the straight
yes.
man in the thing where everyone's just like saying the dumb shit around, and like,
Yes.
you need the reaction from them.
Yes.
Yes.
Nebula is also really funny though.
Yes.
She is hilarious.
And Nebula gets her own like from me in this movie.
Okay. Well, next line.
Okay. I didn't write it, but Nebula in general,
Yeah.
I meant to write it as soon as it happened with like the fucking beginning of the movie. Her Mega Buster arm was fucking sweet.
Bruh.
Her gun arm, her sword arm, the like ship flying tendril arm was cool. The little fucking jetpack she had on at the beginning of the movie,
That was,
straight up reminded me of Mega Man 6. Because
you know what it looked like to me?
Rescue or
No.
Gwyneth Paltrow's suit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. But I can see how it did. What's his name? The guy who was a dick. Darren.
Darren.
Who was he before?
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket. Remember when he had those
Yep.
things coming out of him? That's what it looked. I was like, oh, she's a beast. When she put that, I was like, what is she
That
doing?
was sweet.
I was
It reminded
intrigued.
me. It reminded me of Mega Man 6. Because in Mega Man 6, you get like a jetpack suit and like a big like fucking punching suit. And with the jetpack suit and that hand cannon she had, I was like, that's Mega Man. to me, I was like, that's Mega Man 6, so that's a like for me. But she had that fucking gun arm for like several parts of the movie. And then when Adam Warlock was probably going to beat Drax to death, she just like fucking stuck him through with like a red hot glowing knife hand. That was awesome.
Razor fist.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what her arm reminded me of. Was it Tony? Kind of.
He did. Yeah, say he did make a sword arm.
I was about to say kind of like nanotech, but better, way better. Which makes sense because that was Earth. They're in space. Yeah. They have better technology. But yeah, I liked everything about Nebula. That was cool.
Yeah, and she was. I got the vibe that like without Gamora, she was basically second in command. That's the vibe that I got. With Gamora and Rocket, like, well, Gamora not in the team anymore, and Rocket being like crippled for most of the movie. I get the vibe that like she was basically like the next.
Because she's a
line.
serious one.
Yeah, because Drax is too dumb.
And Star-Lord, he's the captain, but also we're gonna go against him.
When you split the team up, somebody else has to be in charge of the other group.
That's fair.
So, yeah, I thought she was good. I actually kind of like her arc in general. I mean, her arc was basically completed by the end of Guardians 2, but it continued into Infinity War and Endgame.
I would say, I think Endgame kind of finished it.
I shouldn't say it completed it, but her arc continued through those movies, because in Guardians 2, she's like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of a dick. I should stop trying to murder you, I guess, and get on the same team.
But even at that point, she was still trying to kill Thanos, because that's how he captured her.
Yeah.
And I think Endgame kind of summed it up.
Yeah. Even though she was, unfortunately, the reason that everyone almost fucking died again at the end of it. But it had to be somebody, you know.
Yeah, that wasn't her fault, though.
No, like, it wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
But she's the reason, but it's not her fault.
Yeah.
Because it just so happens she's a fucking machine and, you know, frequencies and what have you.
Yeah.
Science, you know. You know how that goes.
Yeah, that whole thing.
But, yeah, Nebula was sweet. And the fact that, who said it? Gamora's like, it sounds like you should be in love with her. Like, she's basically the same. Her now is what I was. So why? And he just kind of looks at her. Just like, stop looking at me like that. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Even though it was in the trailer.
Yes,
good.
it was. And I thought it was good.
My next, I wrote Ravagers. I don't know why. I think it's because of the red one. The
red
one
dude who was doing
sweet.
the Doctor Strange portals and shit.
I like that guy.
That was cool.
I've always liked that guy. When he was
sweet.
in the other one, I was like, I don't know who this is. Because I remember when he was in the one, he did like the thumbs up or like the fireworks or something. And I was like, I like whatever this is. And then he did the portals into the ship. I was like, when you're left, I was like, "Who? This guy's pretty sweet."
Definitely cooler than Sly Stallone.
I mean, listen,
and the flying head and the whatever fucking diamond.
Miley Cyrus. They didn't even show her. And where was what's her name at? They didn't have her on there either. Michelle Yeoh. Because she was she was one of the original ones.
She might be too busy right now.
Well, I mean, she was
or at the time of the movie being made, she was in her own big movie.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean,
I thought I remember there being more of them than what were in this one. Now that you mention that,
there were like 6. I think like 6 of them. But it was Sylvester Stallone, the red dude, Miley Cyrus, who was a floating head. I think it sounded like her again. And then, oh, you didn't know that?
No.
You really?
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
no, I did not know that.
I only knew that because I remember either reading or seeing it somewhere. But yeah, in the second one, that was her. And then there were like 2 more people that were missing. Yeah, and Michelle Yeoh was one of them. But either way,
nice.
That was it.
Okay. Next one that I have written down is the hallway fight, because that was fucking sweet when the Beastie Boys were playing and they were just destroying everybody. When Groot stuck his fucking arm into that one dude and it like spiked out of him. Awesome. There's a lot of slow-mo, but there was a lot happening. Drax finally pulled his fucking knives out of his boot and stuck that dude to the wall in the leg. That was sweet. Mantis was just like swinging around, flip kicking the shit out of people. Gamora was cutting people's legs off. Drax was like throwing people around, and the closest I've gotten to see like a Batista bomb was in that scene, and like ripping fucking parts out of people, and everyone just flipping around, shooting and killing people. I thought it was great.
Oh, you mean when they went into the one part of the ship and Drax opened the door?
Yeah.
And they were okay.
Yeah, because they did their like slow mo walk up to the door scene.
Gotcha.
And he opened it, and on the other side, the bad guys were doing their slow mo walk up to the door scene, but we didn't get to see it. Yeah.
Okay. I was confused at first, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was a great scene.
I liked that. That was
a good scene.
Really good.
Yeah.
To me, I thought that was great. Because I thought Groot was going to do the thing they did in the first movie, where he just like stabbed through all those people.
I did too.
And just like fucking.
Because he kind of did
mop the floor with everybody.
Yeah. But Rocket was back, and I thought Rocket had a really good scene in that one too, because he was just jumping around, shooting people,
fucking popping them. Yeah.
I like Rocket for those kind of scenes.
Yes. Because also, like in the second one, also when it was him and Yondu, when they were in the room with all the monitors, he was just fucking shooting through the walls with all the dickheads. That was great.
Yeah, 100%. My next a little small one, Quinn. I thought that was hilarious. She did not call him Quill. Gamora.
Yep.
She called him Quinn. And that's hilarious. This cracks me up because she doesn't fucking know him.
No.
And it makes sense.
Or like him.
But it's,
for most of the movie, at least.
Both. Most. 99%.
No. That's most.
Yeah, that's fair. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just wanted to quantify it.
Yeah.
99% of the movie.
Yeah. She gave him a smile at the end.
Yeah. She gave him a little closure, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say for now. Your next like.
Okay. Gamora is my next like, since you brought her up.
Okay.
I like that Gamora is and isn't Gamora.
Okay.
Because clearly she is Gamora. Like, she's the same character, same actress, same everything, except she's not the one who went through all the shit with Peter and their other Guardians, so of course she doesn't feel that way about them. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she was like, it was me, but it also wasn't me. I'm not that person.
Right.
You got to get over it. Were we fun? I bet we were fun. We were. Cool. Bye.
Right.
And I don't know, I liked it because she was...
So that was the 2012 version of her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because what Nebula said, she was like, she was like this before everything happened. So this isn't a surprise to me. And I thought that was great because, like, as far as we knew, Nebula hated her just because she always beat her, and therefore she was Thanos' favorite. Mm-hmm. But this tells us a little more. It's like, oh, she was also kind of a piece of shit, like personality-wise, toward everybody, and not necessarily, oh, I'm a good person, but I'm just going to keep getting you fucked up, so I'm okay, which is not great, but, you know, circumstances being what they were. I just thought it was a cool, different dimension of the character to see.
That's fair. I mean, as an assassin, what are you supposed to be?
Deadliest woman in the galaxy, I think is what they called her at
I
some
think
point.
So.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
My next, full kaiju.
That was pretty good.
That was a great fucking time. And the fact they said that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I like it. They made Groot go full kaiju. And it made me happy.
Yeah.
And he was scaring the shit out of everybody.
Yes. I like Groot. Nothing against against Vin Diesel. He is what he is. I like Groot.
Yeah. Yeah. Do people not?
I don't know.
I know some people don't like the way he looks. I think he looks amazing.
Yeah.
He looks all beefed up.
Like Ronnie from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, 100%. You're absolutely correct. He does. Yeah. And same hairstyle.
Yeah.
And
same height.
Like, I feel like
build.
his body shape looked like he has a beater on. Yeah. Like, he
got that GTO.
It looks good. Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I didn't want to say it, but yes.
And then he gets another look at the end of it. At the end. Well,
did he?
Middle end. The first credit scene.
Oh, when he looked like rocks?
Yeah. He's fucking just big.
Yeah, he's big as fuck.
Sweet.
Yeah. No, Groot looks good. All his iterations look great.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them look bad, but I think, and that's the thing. I'm like, why does everybody want him to look all skinny and old like he did in the first one? Because how old was he then? He was old.
Who knows?
He was old. This is like 20-year-old Groot right now.
Who knows?
This is teenage Groot. Like, you got to let him.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Groot.
Let's say, I'm sure if I live to be 80, I'm not going to look like I do now. I would hope not. But also, I don't look like I don't look now like I used to look when I was 20.
Same.
At my prime, when I was playing ball and working out all the time. That's what Groot looks like. Groot looks like a fucking football player. That's what he looked like to me.
Groot's a little gorilla juice head.
Isn't he? Like, just like he's like walking.
Yeah.
We gotta walk sideways through those doors.
Vince McMahon walking the whole ship.
What's up, bud?
Oh. It's all good in the hood.
That didn't sound like what I wanted it to sound like.
What did you want it to sound like? I know what you wanted it to sound like. Didn't sound like it.
What else was I like?
Okay. Agreed. Groot was sweet. Next thing I wrote, New Guardians for the first credit scene. I liked it because everyone split up. So the new team was Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, Cosmo, and that child.
Oh, so you're saying that's a New Guardian?
That's what I was.
Okay.
That's
Sorry.
what I was referring to.
That's what I wasn't for sure. Okay.
I didn't expect it. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I liked it because I'm guessing, just based on the people who said they're not coming back, which as far as I know is only Drax. I'm guessing if there's more space adventures out there, it's probably just going to be with them.
Yeah.
And not nowhere.
I would hope so.
Is my guess. So probably no more Nebula, no more Drax, I'm guessing.
I assume.
I'm guessing no more of that. So who knows? But I liked it.
Yeah, I am intrigued by the girl's powers. Yeah, I want to know who she is, what she can do.
Because then her eyes started lighting up, and then she had like little force fields looking around her hands and shit. No idea.
What that kind of look like? Kind of look like the Marvels. When her hands. I was like, I'm just excited for the Marvels.
Same.
We saw the same trailer again today, and I was like,
I was still excited.
How do you... Let's not talk about negativity. This is a positive space.
Yeah, I'm still excited. That movie looks good. November, it's gonna get here. Because that's the next movie, isn't it? Like, there's no more movies coming out in between then.
I have no idea.
Because I think the next thing that they have coming up is Secret Invasion.
That's
a
around the
series.
same time.
That's a series. I think it's supposed to be this summer.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Around.
Because there's that, or is Loki supposed to be this summer?
I have no idea.
I forget.
I don't know about it. I don't think Loki, because we haven't seen a trailer for Loki, so I don't think Loki's anytime soon.
And with whatever things being the way they were with a certain cast member of that series, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think so.
And also
I think
the writer strike.
Yeah. So I think that's the next movie then is the Marvels.
Fair.
I'm excited for that.
Same.
To be fair, I was excited for it by the end of Miss Marvel, which I was also excited for Miss Marvel. But by the end of that little switcheroo, come on, this is gonna be good.
I'm on the third episode of Miss Marvel right now.
Nice.
I've been taking my time.
Nice.
I watched some MOM and now I'm on Marvels. So good, so fucking good, so good.
I'm excited for that movie.
Yeah. My next perfect society doesn't say perfect. Like, when you try to do these things nothing's perfect. And I thought it was a great look into, first off, his whole thing. His face was crazy. But, yeah, it's to me personally, it's just like a great look into, you can't making things into this supposed God's image isn't going to do you any justice, because it's never going to, it's never going to be that way. People are individuals. B, human beings and obviously space people they're going to find a way. Some people are bad. Some people are terrible. Things are gonna get bad, and that's okay because that's life. That's what happens. And your perfect society and you experimenting on people, probably not the best thing to do. Not probably. It is not the best thing to do. So, you know what they say? You can't enjoy a sunny day without a few rainy ones. If everything was sunny, you'd hate it. Like you said, you don't do too well in the sun.
Yeah.
If it was sunny every single day, people would hate it.
Yeah.
Because people do. I know people who say, man, it's so nice in California, I could never live there. Really? I don't know. It's not always nice there. I've been there. But
they have fires there.
Also, they don't have water there.
And yeah, they have droughts, they have fires, they have like... Do they still have like the smog problems and all that shit?
The what?
Smog?
Oh, yeah, you gotta get your smog tested. You
Yeah,
gotta get your California, and I think it just might be California. You got your car tested for smog every year.
No, thank you.
Smog test or whatever it's called. Every time you sell a car, you got to get a smog test. Every time you buy a car, you get a smog test.
Yeah, I would never live on the West Coast. Well, that part of the West Coast at least.
Really?
Not California, hell no.
Why not?
It's hot. There's fires. We just said all the things we just said. All the things we just said. There's earthquakes also.
I would live in California in a heartbeat.
Earthquakes, wildfires, droughts. People.
I would live in California in a heartbeat.
People, no.
In a heartbeat, I would. I like California. It's not terrible.
I've never been, but I don't think I would do well.
I think you'd love it. I like California for its diversity. I like California for that's specifically Los Angeles, I should say. But I like that part of California for its diversity and for the weather. Honestly, the weather's nice. It wasn't really. I mean, it was hot, but it be getting hot here too. Shit was hot today.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sometimes it's just really drab here. Snow really makes me like no. But either way,
Fair.
that was my like.
Okay.
I don't know. I wrote something, and I don't know why. Sometimes my... Oh, no, I see. Autocorrect. I wrote Gamora down for something, and it autocorrected to something else. And then it says growth. And I'm like, what is that? Because the one I wrote Gamora down, I changed that. So I'm like, I know it's not Gamora. It's a Groot.
I was going to say.
It gotta be Groot. Why did I write that down? Probably just because I like Groot, which I think you already said, right? Was that what now you like already?
Yeah, I mean, we both liked them already, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Fair. Okay, sorry, your next fact.
The High Evolutionary.
I kind of liked him too.
I liked him because he's... First off, they did a good job of letting him he's a fucking psycho.
He was.
And he was experimenting on animals, which I already don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate that.
Fair.
And like he said it in the movie, and I quoted him saying it earlier. He said, "I don't want to rule the galaxy or the universe or whatever. I want to fix it." You can't fix it.
No.
He made the counter Earth, which is who knows how many other ones like that there have been. Because like we saw in this one, when it didn't work out, he fucking blew it up. Because
And it should be blowing up in space all the time.
yes, he made a nice little fake Earth with animal people, and they lived in nice little suburbs and had a nice little faux Statue of Liberty. And there was also drug deals going in a back alley. There's a porcupine dude getting his shit ripped with a bat in like the next alley.
Graffiti.
Yeah, there was graffiti. There was little kids getting fucking dodgeballed in the face by Drax, which was also hilarious. And I forgot to mention earlier. That was great. Yeah,
Him doing monkey noises. It was actually a robot. I don't know what the fuck was on Drax.
But yeah, High Evolutionary, I liked him, and the fact that he was like, well, I decided to turn some of my own genius inward toward myself, and now I can control gravity. I was like, that's a cool power.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet.
That's a cool power.
Because I was like, man, come on now.
And I don't know if I knew it was going to happen or thought it was going to happen when his face came off at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the flashback, Rocket fucks his face up, and I just assume he took it off, fixed it, and put it back on.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I was putting together in my own head.
Yeah.
And then when they were fighting him at the end, and it was kind of hanging off a little bit, and Gamora's like, let's just.
You gotta pull it.
Fucking pulled it off.
Everybody gotta pull the skin on their finger, right?
You're gonna put that skin in your mouth, are you? Oh, you did. Gross. Yeah, she just fucking pulled his face off, and he looked like the Red Skull.
He did.
Under that fucking thing.
He fucking looked like not two face, one face.
Negative one face.
Oh man, that shit was.
Rocket fucked his face up.
As he should. He
awesome.
Because you know why? He killed his family.
He didn't have a nose. He had
his family.
An eyelid.
When you kill your family, you gotta die.
But he didn't kill him.
He tried. He was just a little small raccoon.
But he didn't. With a giant fucking gun. I mean, at the end.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
And when he fucked up his face.
Yeah, he didn't kill him. He could have. And then he also didn't kill him at the end when he stood over him with that gun. He's like,
well, he was a better person.
Yeah.
Good for him. I'm not a good person.
Maybe Steve will get there. Maybe Tony will get there someday. Oh, he's dead, so he ain't getting anywhere.
That's fair.
Listen.
I don't care that Tony's dead, okay? That's Morgan's problem, not mine.
Yeah, I don't know. He's dead.
Don't give a shit.
Dead as his mom.
Listen, same. And his dad.
And
Go
his dad.
figure.
Who'd have thunk?
Not me.
Dead parents turn into a superhero. If you're rich.
Also when you're poor.
Yeah, even if you're not.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But yeah, High Evolutionary I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I
didn't know that was his name until we did the credits.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to call him. But
when his fucking crew turned on him at the end. And
what did they think? Did they not think he was playing God?
I mean, I don't understand this whole thing that people do in movies where they're like, I already have my gun out, so you better not do anything. And there's it's like one person with a gun pointing it at 6 people. He's already got his gun out. He got us. We can't do anything. He can't shoot y'all. He might.
Not even that, though.
But this was the opposite. This was 6 people had their guns on him, and he was like, come on.
Well, not even that.
My
boss, thing was like, what did you think he was doing the whole time?
Yeah.
He's literally killing the planets and all this other stuff. But
now it was going to happen to the people in the room, so then they had a problem with it.
Well, not even that. She said, you can't play God. He was like, I am God. And I'm like, she's like, no. And I'm like, what did you think?
Yeah, he's like, God doesn't exist, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
He's like, did you think he didn't think that before? He thought that eons ago.
This man is unbalanced.
Could you imagine if he was deranged?
I don't believe this man has ever been in medical school.
Yeah, so
no, I liked him. I thought he was a pretty good villain.
I agree.
And just his thing with Rocket's backstory, which
pretty good.
I'll get to that.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
So, I don't think I have any more likes. What about you?
Okay, I got at least 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
Rocket's backstory.
Okay.
I liked it, and
that was cool.
I figured it was something fucked up because I know they've talked about it. Before this movie came out, I saw stuff about articles like, "Oh, his backstory." Like, I'm not going to read it. I know it's got to be bad because between the movies, he never talked about it and refused to speak on it. I think it was the second one. It kind of came up, and then in the game that I played, it comes up, and he's like, "I'm not fucking talking about it." Mm-hmm. So don't ask me.
Fair.
Ever. Let me buy a robot arm.
They do a Facebook thing. Hey guys, pray for me, but don't. Somebody just posted that on my Facebook the other day, 2 days ago.
Having a bad day.
What's wrong? Just asking for prayer hands, please. Don't ask. I was like, dislike.
Yep. There's a dislike button on Facebook now?
No,
I wish.
It's my own.
I wish.
It's just like the block button. Delete.
Boring. But no, I liked Rocket's backstory because that was the other thing that I heard, that there was a sea otter involved, or river otter, whichever one it is. That there's like a romantic interest at one point or another of him in the comics, and it's an otter. I did not know about the other ones. I thought I liked that. I like cute animals. I just like animals, and when they showed them, they were kind of fucked up. Like
Kinda.
the rabbit had like no legs, and had like robot spider legs and like a bear trap mouth. But then the walrus like had like little wheels. I thought that was all it had. It had like fucking thingies holding his eyes open. Terrifying looking, like hooks in his eyes. The otter had like robot arms. I mean, her arms were not there. No, I liked it because you got to see his backstory finally, explain why. I guess why he is the way that he is, because he's just fucking angry all the time because he's not happy with his past. And this was the first time that I cried in this movie. Was when he died.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're gonna go, the sky's beautiful, like you said, we're gonna go fly forever with our friends. And he's like, can I come with you? Yes. I got a little sad there. And then she's like, but not yet. And I cried. And then he came back to life and picked up a gun and started shooting people.
No more tears.
No, there was more.
That reminds me. Shampoo. No, fair. It was touching.
Yeah.
The whole thing was, I mean, it was good. I'm back on my medicine, so I didn't cry. So good for me.
Can't spare the moisture.
God damn. I don't know what to say. So good to talk like this again. But yeah, no, it was a good, like I said, it was good. It was, like I said, it was heartfelt, and you know, I was like, okay, I appreciate Rocket. Like I don't say I never disliked him, but you know what I mean? Like,
I did. I was getting to that point, at least, I think, by the second Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Or, like, partway through Infinity War. Because, like, he was just grating. Because all he did was, like, just fucking yell at people and bitch and say, like, to me, trying too hard, funny lines. I was like, all right, I get it, whatever.
There were times, especially in 2, when him and Yondu, like, you could tell he cared for Groot. And that show, so like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
For me, it was more like he doesn't want to make friends because he doesn't want to lose anybody.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He doesn't. When he makes friends, he doesn't want to lose anybody. So it's a thing, and people do it. But it's I'm yelling at you because I'm trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
You know. I you know, a lot of guys do this, and I do mean like guys as in men, but I would rather sacrifice myself before anybody else gets hurt.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be sad. Like, to be fair, my dad's 71, 72. He talks about that all the time. He's always like, I don't want to go to any funerals. I want to go first. And I'm like, you know, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. And I think that's how Rocket is. That's the way I see him, is like, he would rather go first than be hurt.
Yeah, or like, I'll hurt you before you can hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I get it. Doesn't mean I always like it, but I get it, yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to, but that's the way that's why I didn't, like, hate him, is because, like, I never liked him.
Yeah.
But, like, I never put him as a like for anything every time I watch him. But I was just like, I get it. I understand. You know, you just kind of get that way. Especially when you go through, like, abuse. I mean, he was abused.
Yeah. This movie definitely made me appreciate his character more.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Big facts.
So here's the second time that I cried in this movie. Was the second post-credit scene. No, it wasn't the post-credit scene. No, it wasn't the post-credit scene, but where Peter went back and met his grandpa. That made me cry.
That's fair.
Because I'm getting old and sentimental, and I miss my grandpa a lot.
That's
a lot of times I think about him. But,
I understand. I get that.
I didn't get abducted by aliens at age 8 and then come back and,
fair. My thing is, how do you recognize somebody?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, sometimes, listen, I get it. I mean, I look at baby pictures and I'm like, and I'm talking about baby, not even 8 years old. Like, baby picture, I'm like, nah, I still look like that. So 8 years old, I still look like the way I look at 8.
There's definitely, when I look at like a baby picture of myself, I'm like, yeah, I still look like that, but also I don't.
Right. But if somebody who hadn't seen me since then, if they see me now, they'll be like, oh yeah, you still look the same.
Yeah.
You know, when old people used to say, well, you still look like, no, I don't.
Yeah, because
no, you do.
Yeah, exactly, because he saw him as a baby,
right,
and then didn't see him for like 38 years, or however many it was.
Right.
37. But yeah, I like that scene. It made me cry.
Right.
But he's not gonna die because he's 50. It made me cry. Made me feel things. And then they were just eating cereal together, and you got to see fucking the Kevin Bacon thing on the newspaper, like alien abduction tells all. Hilarious. I'm like, why am I cutting your grass? 45-year-old man. I mean, I can do it. Able-bodied. Your son just sitting there watching me do it.
I agree.
Don't get me started.
I agree.
Hilarious. I thought that was funny.
Listen, same.
I thought it was funny.
I say the fucking galaxy. Why am I cutting grass, period? Do we not have money? Are we poor? Can we hire somebody?
Are we out of money?
Yeah. Let me know, because I'll go back to space. I had currency over there.
God is my witness. I will quit.
I'll quit. Is that all your likes?
2 more. One's real quick.
Okay.
Stan Lee credits photo cameo is a like.
That was great.
And then I wrote Adam Warlock.
I didn't have him down as a like. But go ahead.
He's my last like. To me, they did a good job letting you know that he was strong, and he's probably going to be. I'm guessing they wouldn't take the time to introduce him in this one if he's not going to show up again. So, real quick, he's a like. Also, dislike.
I'm interested to see what they do with him.
Yes.
Before I like him.
Fair.
Because I don't know what they're going to do with him. And the things I've heard about him and his real in the comics versus now, I'm like, okay, whatever. I like what they did with him. I like his look. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But also I want to see what they do.
Yeah.
Before I can be like, oh, I like that character. Because, I mean, he was dumb. He was powerful. But it was just inconsequential. If he wasn't there, wouldn't bother me. Except for where I understand he moved the plot by hurting, what's his name?
Rocket.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool, great.
Yeah, he's like a very small like at the end because he's also a dislike.
Fair. Stanley cameo.
Okay.
Where?
Well, I mean, we technically got it in the credits thing, but the only other, I had a couple ideas. One of them was on the fucking Animal Planet, just making one of them look like him with like glasses on. I thought that would have been kind of funny.
Okay.
Another one was just somewhere on Nowhere.
I was thinking Nowhere,
or
very beginning,
or
where
like the corporation.
Oh, okay.
He could have been like someone there.
I didn't think about that at all because I really didn't even think about it until we saw his picture.
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
I was thinking about it during the movie, and I was like, man, there really haven't been a lot of people.
Yeah. Definitely forgot about it until we saw his picture. And I was like, oh, shit. Because I think I said it out loud. I was like, oh, shit. I don't know. And then I was like, where could he be? And I was thinking where Peter was getting drunk at was a bar.
Was it a bar or was it like just his room? Because I didn't see anybody else in there.
Well, they pulled him out. They like when she.
Oh, the second time?
In the very beginning, she dragged him outside.
Yeah, well, I just remember Rocket walking in, grabbing like a little milk carton bottle thing, and Peter was like slumped over a table, but I didn't remember seeing anybody else in there.
No, I didn't see anybody else in there either. But that's what I was saying. I thought it was a bar anyway. But then when they put him to bed, I thought they just like took him to like a whole different building. That's why I thought it was a bar.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought they picked him up and took him out.
Oh, she did. Like she definitely picked him up and like put him in bed.
I thought
Nebula did.
I thought they were outside though. I didn't think they stayed in the same like house. I thought they were just like he was at this bar and then they drug him. Yeah, because they definitely went outside.
They all walked toward the camera together.
Yeah, and they definitely were outside of that building, right? Yeah, so that's why I thought it was a bar because I was like, oh yeah, they're leaving the bar now. They're going their home and they're putting them to bed. So I was like, oh, he could have been a bartender. Nobody was there, but he could have been there.
Okay.
Whatever. But again, I wasn't really thinking about it. So.
Or he could have just been some dude living in Peter's grandpa's neighborhood.
I was thinking about that too.
Could have been a hose guy again.
But I was like, nobody else was there.
You can't always be the hose guy.
Yeah, it can.
But it could fit. It would have fit here.
It would have.
So
it would have worked perfect.
Another old guy living next door.
Could have been playing Pinochle with Grandpa Quill.
That'd be hilarious.
That would have been great. That's fair. Dislikes.
Okay.
How many you got?
I got a couple.
I got 2.Maybe 3.
Okay.
But yeah, I got 2.
Are we at the point where I remind you to ask something?
Yeah, what was it about? I forgot.
So, I remember you talking about Mantis, and you said to remind you later.
Damn. I probably should have said it then.
I'm surprised I remembered.
Every time, because I would have, we would have went past it. I would have thought about it like 2 days from now. Damn. I don't know. You go first. Go with a dislike, and then let me think about it.
Dislike for me. I love you guys.
Same.
I didn't like it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wrote that because I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, and that's what I wanted your opinion about. And I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it.
Because you know who I heard? Fucking Vin Diesel.
Yep.
And I was like, ugh.
At least he didn't say family. At least he didn't say that.
I'd have been pissed.
But again, I didn't see any of those fucking 11 other movies, so, you know. But yeah,
let's not talk now.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, why all of a sudden?
He could have just said, "We are Groot," like he said at the end of the first one.
Which was great.
And it would have had the same impact to me.
Same.
I don't think it needed to be that. I thought it was kind of lame.
Why did he speak? It doesn't make any sense. Especially since, like, we're not introducing, but everybody else is speaking all these other different languages, and all of a sudden he wants to speak English?
If he had just said, like, "I love you," I think I would have disliked it less. But he was like, "I love you guys." I'm like, oh, come on. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe if it was, like, stunted or, like, he stuttered it.
Yeah,
or
like he had to really try to get it out.
Yeah. But this was, like, clear as day. Like, hey, I love you guys.
Yeah, because at the end of the first Guardians, he was like, "We are Groot." Like, and then at the end of this, he was like, "I love you guys." I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
Okay, thank you.
It's not a movie breaker, but I did not like it.
Okay, forget about what I was thinking about because I don't remember. But yes, that was one of my dislikes, and I did not like it whatsoever.
No.
Not a good time. Not a good time.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for, see, we're on the same page. We're back again.
You're welcome.
We're back again. We're back. Curse is broken. Damn it, Mantis. What did I have a question about?
I don't remember.
I think it was about the monsters.
Yeah.
Was it about the monsters?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Did I miss a part in where the ship started blowing up? Like, what happened? The monsters like spit something at them, right?
Mm-mm.
Did that not happen? Like when they first came out and they were shining the light and they saw that it was the
they were surrounded by them
when they first showed up.
Yeah,
they spit something at them because they were all covered in like something, right?
I thought that was just like dirt or whatever from them falling in a hole or like falling in the pit on the ship, because every time they were like roaring in their face, there wasn't like more of it ending up on them.
That's what I thought too. But like at the very time when they did it the first time.
Oh yeah, it had like this rainbow breath or some shit. Yeah,
and then the ship started blowing up because that's what made the ship. Because she was like, "We can't do that," and then the ship started blowing up, and she was like, "Oh my god, look!" And then I'm like, "Wait, what happened? I thought I missed something." How did it? Because then I was like, oh, maybe Adam Warlock's going through the ship like Captain Marvel. Nope, he was down and out. I'm like, how did the ship start blowing up?
I thought the ship started blowing up because the Nowhere, that was another, like I forgot to say, Nowhere being a ship. The fucking eyeball cannon thing. I thought that's what started it.
Maybe, but it wasn't blowing up not like that at first. Because, like, when the monsters came out, when those little things came out, all of a sudden, they were like, boom, 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 rainbow thing, and then all of a sudden it was like, ship started blowing up. Because she said, don't do it because we can or whatever.
She said, like, we'll lose our bargaining chip because they had them in a cell.
She did say that. Yeah, that's right. And so I was like, okay, cool. And then the ship started. And I was like, I don't know what happened. I missed something. And so whatever. Okay, that was all I had. But okay, fine. Whatever. I'll just go with the canon thing. I thought I missed something. I still think I missed something.
A lot happened in this movie, to be fair.
Yeah. Either way. Okay. The only other dislike, one was the Groot thing, which also says growth spoke. My second dislike is Gamora being alive in the trailer. Didn't like it, and I told you I didn't like it when it came out. They didn't explain it. It would have been fucking amazing if I walked into this movie and whatever Nebula's like, I got a contact there. It's awesome. Whoever hears this, if you set up something in the movie and you don't show it in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's awesome if she can go, hey, I have a contact. Even if I didn't know, I knew Gamora was going to show up because I saw it in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, who's this contact? And then they show Gamora, and I'm like, is that it? I already know she's going to be in it. If I didn't know she was going to be in it, that would have been a fucking surprise.
Yeah.
Did you need to show her in the trailer? No. Not even a little bit. Because really, she wasn't really even needed in the movie, honestly. But fine, she was.
Yeah.
It's annoying. So I'm pissed again at trailers. But also, the movie set it up perfectly where we didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do the trailer part. And we did it. And now, as soon as it showed up, it wasn't even like, oh my. Peter Quill was like, Gamora? Yeah. I was like,
no, yeah, didn't you watch the trailer?
Same. I was like, oh, that's where she went after everybody else got snapped. Okay, cool. Moving right along, like, and then because then we had to spend like 5 or 10 minutes of them. Hey, it's me, but no, because I already saw it in the trailer. I don't care about this now. Piss me right off.
That's fair.
Like, so when you were like, oh, I like Gamora, I didn't care. It was inconsequential to the story. It would have been cool if I just didn't know about it. Once I knew about it, I don't care. Because I already know she's different. She looks different, right?
Yeah.
She has to look different. In the trailer, I noticed she looked different.
I did not, because to be fair, I was kind of like just half watching it because I don't want to see much.
That's fair.
If I can not see much.
I only noticed because of her hair. Like, she looks different. And I was like, oh, that's not the real Gamora. I was like, because obviously she can't come back. So that's a 2012 version. I'm good. I was like, nah, okay, whatever. That's all my dislikes.
Okay. My other dislike is kind of Adam Warlock. Because I did like him. I thought he looked good. I thought that they... Is he up there?
I don't know. I have no idea. No clue.
I don't know.
But go ahead.
No, I thought they did a good job of letting you know that he's strong. Because when he showed up and he fucked all the Guardians up, fucking broke Mantis's arm.
Yeah, that was funny.
Instantly. And then she had put the thing on it and it unbroke it.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of Drax. I thought he killed Groot. Even then I realized, like, Groot can't die like that.
Yeah.
Unless you had to snap him, I guess. But fucking, like, blew Groot to shit. Would have fucked Peter up.
Oh, he'd kill Peter.
He would have fucked his world up. Beat the shit out of Nebula before getting knifed in the back by her, which is great. And then he was... Everyone knew he was going to be in this movie because we got that teaser for him way back at the end of Guardians 2. and then he never came up again. 2, because it was the gold people, the sovereigns or whatever.
The sovereigns.
Yeah, which I like that they showed up and they were like, oh yeah, he made us. The High Evolutionary made us. Cool. I thought that was a nice little thing.
Yeah.
And then they explained like, oh, he's not at full power because you opened his cocoon early. Okay. I wish they had shown that instead of him just literally falling out of space and coming there. I wish they had done I wish they'd done a little more with him and be like, oh hey, here's dude opening his cocoon and Adam Warlock coming out and him be like, well, you work for me. Go get this space raccoon that I made. I wish that had been a thing. I wish they had given him more backstory. What we had, I did enjoy. I just wish there was more done for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Because his like weird fucking thing with the mom, that was funny. His attachment to that little pet thing was funny.
Yeah.
When he was gonna fucking kill Gamora. Or is he gonna kill Gamora and Peter pulled the gun on the thing? Or no, he's gonna kill somebody and Gamora put the knife on the little animal. He's like, no, don't be rash. I thought that was funny. I liked him, but then I thought, for as important as everyone gave you the impression that he was gonna be,
Sam.
And it's known, even if you didn't read the comics, like enough of these movies and enough about these movies have come out that everyone knows like Adam Warlock's a fairly big deal in the Infinity Saga, and we know that's all done, but we know that he's strong and that he's fairly important, but then they didn't give him they gave him no backstory. And I understand this is Rocket's movie, so you gotta do his backstory and you gotta do the villain's backstory, which is basically the same backstory. And they had to deal with everything going on with Gamora and everyone potentially splitting up and everything. I just thought they could have done more with him, backstory-wise.
Right.
And they didn't.
That's why some things need to take a back seat. Like Gamora could have took a back seat, or she could have came in at the end. That would have been great.
Fair.
Because she was already on Earth. How she get to space, we don't know. Because she was on Earth after the snap. How'd she get to space? Did Nebula take her to space? I don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nebula was at the funeral, the Tony funeral.
Mm.
So how did she get to space? We don't know. So, but Nebula was in contact with her. So do you know what would have been great? Hey, Grandpa Quill, boom, boom. Next thing you know, Gamora comes out of nowhere. Oh, that would have been a great reveal. That'd have been like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, like have her be a credit scene?
Yes.
Fair.
That'd have been amazing. I'd have been like, okay. Then you go, Legendary Star-Lord will return. Yes, I want to see this rom-com. This is going to be amazing. But now it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So Gamora's
now,
not coming back. Cool.
Presumably.
Well, she definitely not. She's with the Ravagers now.
Yeah.
Peter Quill's on Earth. He ain't going back to space.
That's what makes me wonder what they're going to do with him.
See?
I'm interested.
I'm interested too, but again, not interested in a Gamora backstory.
I guess he could just go back to space if he wanted to. The grandpa's old. They could just have him die or whatever. After he spends some time with him and he goes back to space. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what they do with it. I don't know what they're gonna do with anybody. And that's part of the reason that I enjoy it. Yes.
Same. Keep dragging me along.
Yeah. Willfully. You can drag me along and I will gladly be dragged because I'm having a good time. But yeah, I thought Adam Warlock could have had more done with him, and I didn't like I Love You Guys. Those are my dislikes for this movie.
It's 100%. I agree with you. Okay. Slushie Meter.
Okay.
I decline to speak first.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm 3.5.
Okay.
I told you I didn't care about this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy is not my favorite.
Mm.
None of them are. They're not in my tops of the Marvel movies. The Christmas special was great.
To be fair, same. They're not like my favorites.
Oh, I thought you liked them.
I enjoy them, but they're not my favorites. Like, wait, like movies or characters?
Honestly, I thought both. I thought they were at your tops because when they came out, I thought you always told me that they were at your. You didn't know much about them, but then once they came out,
I didn't know before the movies came out. I think that's why so many people thought that the movies were going to bomb, or the first movie was going to bomb because they weren't like big deal known characters like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which even the Avengers weren't Marvel's top thing.
Don't tell them that
because
they don't want to hear that.
But yeah, like they weren't They were never like the A team of Marvel, and they became much more well known because of the movies. So like I think that's cool. I did like their movies, but like if you ask me who my favorite Marvel characters are, they're probably not going to crack the list.
No, okay, fair. I don't know. I just thought they were higher. But yeah, for me, I'm good. I'm gonna say I'm glad it's ending, but like yeah, I had a good time at the show. It was a good show. It was a good movie, honestly. Yeah. I really liked the High Evolutionary. He was great. I liked the whole story of the movie. The Gamora thing really was a letdown. The Groot thing was a letdown. The Adam Warlock, I thought he was going to be such a bigger part. That was kind of a letdown, too. Yeah, 3.5, I can't really... Yeah,
okay.
I'm good.
That's fair.
Not that great. I mean, because if I'm thinking about all the other Marvel movies we've done, they've been higher. So...
That's fair.
There it is.
Okay, so 3.5 for you, 4 for me. Okay.
Yep.
Still not bad score. 3.5.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. We've done worse movies.
Yes, we have.
Ninja Turtles 3, for example. Terrible movie.
To be fair, yeah. Those old episodes of us are just hilarious. Because you kept mentioning the Turtles, and then we always mention something else. I'm like, let's just do that next. And you're like, yes. Like, that's what always happens.
I know we mentioned that. I know we mentioned, like, finishing up, like, doing the rest of the Jurassic movies several times.
We never talked about that.
I thought
once, like, we talked about it, like, once.
Yeah, like, it got mentioned here and there. I know we've mentioned it more recently. But I know we talked about in the back, and they like talk doing the turtles.
Yep, almost every episode so far,
we're doing it.
Doing the turtles,
and we're doing it.
Do the turtles, like yeah.
And then we don't.
It's like, have you seen the other guys? We should do that next. Yeah. Next up, other guys.
There it is.
Blah. Have you seen Megamon? Let's do that next.
There it is.
Scott Pilgrim. Let's do it. And I was just.
I don't regret any of the choices that we made.
100%
of movies that we've done.
Well, we did do the DC.
I still don't regret it. Because honestly, if we hadn't done the podcast for them, I probably would not have watched any of that.
Well, Birds of Prey was terrible.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, fair.
I don't regret seeing them. Because what else am I going to do with my time?
100%. I agree.
Watch other movies, watch other shows, play other video games. Yes.
Sounds fun.
Yes, I would.
I wrote some stuff down. Some other movies I was thinking about as a one-off.
Okay.
I don't know what they are, but yeah, I wrote some stuff down. But I was also thinking Cable Guy, Face Off. I'm thinking of like one-off movies.
I haven't seen Face Off. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, baby.
So I was thinking after Turtles, I don't know what we have next, but I know we have a whole bunch of new movies coming out in like the next like 3 months. So.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of movies that just came out in the recent past that I still want to watch. That I haven't.
Whenever Shazam comes on the thing. I mean, I don't have to watch it, but I just didn't want to go to the movies and watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't mind watching it.
Even whenever it comes out, I don't know if I'll watch it on HBO Max. The next DC movie that I do want to see, I do want to see Blue Beetle.
100%.
Yes.
I think we should do Shazam on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not even in theaters anymore, is it? But yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we can HBO Max it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I would like to go see Blue Beetle though.
100%. I want to see that for sure.
Yeah.
Whenever that comes out. So Transformers comes out, so I'm excited.
The trailer for that did not look bad.
You're so against it.
Well,
we talked about Transformers so many times.
It's the animal things, which those are the ones that I like. Those are the ones I thought were cool. They weren't transforming into other robots. They were just being robot animals, which is not what I was expecting.
I don't know. I don't even know anything about the Beast Wars, so I have no clue.
Well, because the whole thing for that show was, like, that was Optimus Prime was the gorilla. He was called Optimus Primal because he was an animal. And like Megatron is a fucking T-Rex, and the rest of them are God knows what. They're mostly named after whatever animal they turn into in the show.
Okay.
But like they are animals in the show. They're animals, and there's the energon crystals that if they're too close to them, if they're in a certain proximity to them, they cannot be in their robot forms. They have to turn back into their animal forms, or they'll like fuck them up or something. So like they would be animals, then they would turn into the robots, which I always thought was cooler than like a car that turns into a robot. But it looks like these are just like robot animals instead of being like, oh, I'm a robot gorilla, and then I turn into like, I don't know, Optimus Prime or some shit. But Optimus Prime was already in the thing. Even though I thought he died a couple times already in these fucking movies. Yeah. But
one of the episodes I just did, we talked about it. I was like, Optimus Prime was a bitch. I said that, and you're like, what? I was like, he died in the first 3 movies with Shia LaBeouf, and they brought him back 3 times, and I was like, why does everybody like this guy?
He died in every movie?
Almost. He died twice for sure.
Great leader.
But in the last couple, though, like the first night and the other one, whoo, with Mark Wahlberg, because that's why we're talking about it, because of the other guys. Whoo, baby. After his prime, I was like, nah, that's what I want to see. It's almost like Darth Vader, because I was thinking about it yesterday when I was listening to it. I was like, oh, it's kind of like Darth Vader. I was like, why do you guys like this guy? Then looking at the older movies, and then I watch Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like, now that's the Darth Vader up to or Rogue One. I'm like, now that's the guy you guys should be in love with. But that other guy, he's a bitch. He's just a bitch.
Like, he always had a good look. The red saber's cool because in those movies he's like the only one with one.
Fair.
The voice is great. Voice is perfect.
100%.
But I mean, we've said it a million times in the original trilogy. Like, you get that he's supposed to be the big guy, but he doesn't do a lot to make me see why.
Yeah. Hated it. Okay. Let's end this. 3.5 for me, 4 for you. That was a brand new movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yep. Electric
Tree. I didn't know what to say.
Talking tree, I guess.
That was just so disappointing.
I didn't like it.
I was sad.
Like part of it.
I was like, ugh. I don't think anybody liked it, honestly.
I don't know. So I did mention one thing to you off the air.
Oh,
that I said I wanted to say for this.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was one of the things that I did see before the movie came out. James Gunn apparently was told you can kill anyone in this movie, and he didn't. Which I'm fine with, honestly. Sure. I don't need anyone to die.
No.
Because some of them are just not coming back. Same difference.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're not coming back. They're just not coming back. They're not coming back.
Right.
But that was the thing that I meant to mention earlier.
Okay.
That apparently he was told you have free reign to do anything with these characters.
Yeah. Well, because
I'm guessing except maybe Star-Lord. I don't know.
Well, I heard that. Maybe we didn't talk about that, but I heard that a couple weeks ago. But then, because he said that, and he was like, "Yeah," because they told me for number 2, I couldn't kill Gamora at all. I couldn't touch her because she was integral to Infinity War.
And then in 3, they're like, "Do whatever." And
I guess he was like upset about it because he was like, "Let me do my own thing" or whatever. But they were like, "No, we need her to be."
Sorry, you worked for them.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, at the time he did.
Now he's fucking up the DC.
Now he can go to DC and he can kill Gamora there.
He can fuck up everybody in the DC. Yeah. But either way. All right, let's just go ahead and end this. Yeah. Oh, we also used to give recommendations. I guess that was my thing.
Recommendations
to see the movie or not.
Yeah, why not?
For the old podcast.
Huh. Yeah, go see it. Why
not? No. That's what we used to do, and then we stopped doing that because I think the reason why I know why I stopped, but I would be like, hey, what do you recommend? You know, like you would say, like I was like, go see it or not, and I'd be like, oh yeah, whatever. And then at one point, I remember you're like, I don't see it if you want to, people, and I'm like, well, we should probably not recommend if we're not going to actually recommend.
I recommend seeing this one.
No, fair. But I was just like, yeah, I guess we probably shouldn't do that if we're not going to be like, hey, go see it.
You know, a movie I don't recommend you go see? Ninja Turtles 3. Sorry about it.
Say. Also, Birds of Prey.
Or do it if you want. If you want to waste your time.
See, I think that's what it was like.
Or go see Birds of Prey if you want to see a bad movie.
I think I kept like listening to it, and I was like, man, we aren't really recommending or not recommending. We're just like, go see it if you want or not. And I'm like,
they did the same thing with that movie that they did with Turtles 3.
Which one?
Birds of Prey. Titles. Because they're like, oh, Birds of Prey.
Oh, Turtles and Dime.
They're like, oh, go see Birds of Prey. Or go see, what the fuck was it? The
Fantabulous
Emancipation of Harley Quinn featuring the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. And then there's like Ninja Turtles 3. And then like 10 years, 15 years later after it came out, they're like, Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. Remember that good video game? Yeah, this is not that.
Remember that good video game? Good, you sure remember it.
Just
Just
go play it instead. You'll have a better time.
All right.
But yeah.
All right, guys. That's it for us. We'll be back next week with something else. Okay. This has been Keith.
And this has been Chris.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.